Hey, good morning, guys. So today's lesson, rather than doing a live Google Meet, just make a quick video here that kind of carries what we had talked about in class on Friday. It's operations of polynomials, okay? But we're just presented the polynomial and the information a little differently. So if you notice here on the worksheet, what I gave you is three functions, and I basically called them, function 1, 2, and 3, but they're labeled f of x, g of x, and h of x. And again, that would be given to you. And then from there, you could be asked to do certain things with those functions. Okay. Um, so we're going to go through these 7 problems together. I left my little writing tablet in school, so working off just a normal mouse here. So I apologize. It's going to be handwriting might not be the best. And then you guys can do these 4 as practice. Okay. So if you look at number 1, and how this reads is f of 7, which pretty much just says we're going to go to this function because it's f, and where we see x, we're going to plug in 7. So 2, that writing tablet would come in very useful right now. So again, where I see x in the f function, I plug in 7. And from there, I solve, I simplify, do what I can. So 2 times 7 is 14, minus 3. Our answer is just 11. All right. Next question. Well, instead of going to f, this time we're going to go to g, and where we see x, right, we plug in negative 3. So negative 3 squared minus 6 times negative 3. All right, and then plus 3 in the end. So any negative squared is a positive, so positive 9. And negative times a negative is also a positive, so plus 18. I know, again, guys, it's tough to, so hopefully you're listening and not just copying this down, because it is tough to probably read this writing. But 9 plus 18 is 27, and 3 more, all right, is 30. So for number 3, we're going to go to the h of x function, and where we see x, we will plug in 5 this time, all right? So 5 squared plus 4. That's 25 and 4. So that would give us 29. All right. Now, these questions could be, there's a lot of different options here. You could just simply plug in a value like we did for the first 3, but more so like we did on Friday. Now we're going to kind of work with binomials, polynomials here, and we're either going to kind of add, subtract, and or multiply. So for number 4, I'm going to take the f of x function and add g of x. All right. So I'm going to take scroll down a little bit here. So it's going to be 2x plus 3. And we need to add that function, right, f, to g. So plus x squared minus 6x plus 3. All right. Group like terms, right? Be careful as you kind of transfer it on your paper here. Make sure you got the right signs, which I didn't do that intentionally, guys, but I'm sure you caught. F of x is 2x minus 3, not 2x plus 3. And then x squared minus 6x plus 3. Good. So group like terms, right? Put in descending order. We'll start with x squared minus 4x. And it looks like those 3's would cancel, right? Negative 3 plus 3. So x squared minus 4x is what we got. And number 5, this time start with g of x. and we're going to subtract subtract h of x. Now, where students make mistakes is they just put a negative sign and then they write the h of x function. But you're subtracting the whole thing, right? You're not just subtracting x squared, you're subtracting the whole quantity of whatever h of x is. So you have to put parentheses around this, all right? Does that make sense? So we're taking this whole function and subtracting it. All right, so make sure you remember those parentheses because you need to now distribute that negative. All right, so it's going to be a minus x squared, but also a negative 4. And then from there, group like terms. All right, the x squareds here would cancel. Nothing to combine the negative 6x with. Plus 3 minus 4 is minus 1. All right, 2 more. Now, again, I'm using the same problem. I'm using the same functions, right? And these would be given to you. It's not like you would make any of these up. This would be given to you on a worksheet, a quiz, and then you would just kind of play off those values, those functions. So for 6, we have to take h and multiply it by g. So h of x, very similar to what we did in class together on Friday, times, now you could put in parentheses, I guess you really don't have to, but we're going to multiply it times g of x, which is, all right, and all I'm doing is just transferring what's at the top of this page, or what you should already have probably on your paper somewhere. All right, distribute x squared to each one of those terms, right? When you multiply like bases, you add exponents. So we got x to the 4th minus 6x cubed, and then plus 3x squared. Now do the same thing with the 4. Distribute 4 into the other parentheses. So 4x squared minus 24x plus 12, right? And guys, that's an x. Sorry, it looks like a y, but it's an x. Plus 12. All right, group like terms. All right, nothing to group x to the 4th with. Nothing to group the x cubed with, so they're just going to come down. We got 3 and 4x squared, so together that's going to give us 7x squared. And then minus 24x and plus 12. All right, and remember, I've stressed all year, guys, the small mistakes that you could possibly make. So maybe go back here, double check yourself. All right, maybe pause the video, make sure you got it correct, all right, before you move on. All right, I'm just checking my work, but looks good. All right, so that's our answer. And then finally, the last question here. So the way that I kind of try to explain something that looks like this, this reads f of g of 2. All right, and I would start, you always start inside and work your way out. All right, so start inside the parentheses, simplify that, and then continue from there. So picture number 7, right, g of 2 here, looking just like numbers 1, 2, or 3 did. So we're just going to go to g, and where we see x, we'll plug in 2. All right. So it would be 2 squared minus 6 times 2 plus 3. All right, so all I did to get that was just to go to that g of x function that's at the top of the page. We got 4 minus 12 plus 3. So that's negative 8 plus 3. That's negative 5, right? So what we did there is we simplified g of 2. G of 2 equals negative 5. All right, so in other words, you simplified inside the parentheses. But you're not done because you still have to find f, right? So f of negative 5 now. So f of g of 2, I know it sounds like a lot, just means, all right, go to g, plug it in, see what you have. All right, get an answer. Now take that answer, and we're going to go to the f of x function. So 2 times negative 5, and then minus 3. All right, so that's negative 10 minus 3. So our answer here is negative 13. All right. So guys, what I did was I used the same functions, right? The same functions for f, g, and h. I just copied them on this next piece of paper. And for practice, I want you guys to try numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? I think I only put 4 problems on here. So give them a shot. You're just going to plug these values in. Then you're going to do a subtraction one. Remember, use parentheses. And then you're going to do multiplication. All right, so real simple. Try to do these sometime today. Take a picture of your work and submit it so I can give you guys credit. All right, but I'll explain directions better inside of Google Classroom. I'll make a post. All right, it's not going to be due till 11:59 tonight. All right, go out, try to enjoy your day. Catch up on sleep if you need. Enjoy the snow. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, have a good one.